Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to build a few things right now. Basically, I'm going to show you how to build a sand generator and an XP farm. We'll start with the sand generator first. Now both of these builds were inspired by other people's YouTube videos, and I'm going to make sure to link them on the screen when I start it. So somewhere on the screen right now, you'll see the sand generator video I watched to learn how to build this. And I want to give credit where credit's due, but I also want to show the few people who watch my Let's Plays how to make this. So basically, we're going to start out 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these blocks are extraneous and not necessarily necessary, but I enjoy having them. Oh, come on. Okay, so now we're going to put in a bunch of 4 sticky pistons, push it pointing downward. Okay. And then a line of cobblestone. Oop, accidentally put in 5 sticky pistons, didn't I? I sure did. Okay. So, and then 4 on this side for a total of 8. Granted, you can make it larger or smaller as necessary. But there we go. And I'm enclosing it for the most part just because when you're generating the sand can often fly everywhere. So you kind of want to enclose it just to keep from losing some of your sand. So what's the point of a generator if you're not actually going to get the blocks out of it, right? So then you just enclose it like this. Okay, so basically what you've got is you've got this room with shelves on either side and sticky pistons pointing downward. So let's put 4 blocks of sand on either side, and of course a piston build will naturally need some redstone. So let's go get some of that up there. Put it in the middle of the pistons. Trail it downward. A repeater to make sure it carries long enough. And a lever. If you want, you can always put a bucket of water down here that will move the sand towards you, but I'm not that lazy. I'm pretty lazy, but I'm not that lazy. So, and then you just hit this. It takes a couple moments to get used to the rhythm. So, if you're not getting it, just give it a try with a few different tempos of hitting the switch, and eventually it will start working for you. And you can also use this for gravel, and I'm not sure if you can use it for soul sand, but yeah, so that's how you can generate a lot of sand if, like me, you like to use a lot of glass. So that's my sand generator, and now let's go build an XP farm. Alright, so here we are in a random skeleton dungeon that I found. It's on peaceful right now, so we don't run into issues while I'm building this. But we're going to build a basic XP farm. Luckily, we're at block 65, so I don't have to build a water elevator. If you were within 23 blocks of bedrock level, you would have to, but I don't have to, so that may be for another video. But let's go ahead and build this. Basically, we need a 2x2 hole. That will be, Okay, so that's going to be our 2x2 hole, and then you just want to build up the rest of the floor around it by 1 block. And you're going to want to make sure that your spawner is one of the blocks that's lining the 2x2 hole. Just make sure they're spawning nearby. Oh, that was my 2x2 hole, wasn't it? Silly me. Okay, and then of course we'll eventually block that up, but not yet. And then this only needs to be a 6x6, because the less room they have to jump around that's not jumping into the hole, the better. So of course we want them to jump into the hole ASAP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we can block up this wall as well. And basically the concept is if you fall 23 blocks, you end up very hurt but not dead. So we're going to dig down 23 blocks, and hopefully they'll fall down the hole. So we're already down 1. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, and got a little bit of iron out of it as well. Now I'm not 100% sure that I got my numbers right, so let's see if we can put exactly 23 ladders from the top to the bottom. Unless I make a gap and do this kind of stupid crap. Okay. Yay, 23. Okay, and of course those ladders won't always be there. But so basically now the concept is they'll spawn and they'll fall down the hole. Pretty simple concept. So, what we need now is we need to eventually get my ladders back. And then we're going to need signs at the top of this hole, because if there's no signs, the mobs will see that there's a hole there and they will not jump down it. So what you need to do is you need to add signs there so that they assume there's a block there and will jump down. We'll be putting that block back in, but I mean, come on, it's iron. Okay. What we'll need to do down here is basically they'll all be falling down here and gathering in this hole. And what we're going to need to have is an area that's safe down there to kill them. And also we're going to need an area up here where I can safely stand. But for now we're just going to work on the bottom area, and then we'll build these ladders up in another section where it's safer. And that way we can have a quick route from the top to the bottom and vice versa. And this way my ladders are all down there. Okay. Where did my cobblestone go? Okay, so they'll fall, and they will be right in there for us to kill. And when you're attacking them, you actually want to stay a whole block away, because if you're closer than the whole block away from them, then since they're skeletons, the ones in the back will shoot the ones in the front, and they can also still hit you as well. So you want to stay further away, kind of out of their line of sight for you WoW players. But honestly, we don't really need too much room back here. Just want to make sure I've got enough to not come up inside the dungeon. Digging straight up and digging straight down. My two favorite extreme dangerous activities. So, let's see here. If I were closer to lava, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but I'm pretty sure there's no lava here. Oh, there's some dirt though. I have killed myself with gravel in this manner though, so you'd think I'd have learned my lesson by now. And there's gravel right there. Ooh, the danger. I like to live dangerously. Except that's why I don't play hardcore. Should be nearing the top relatively soon. Oh. Oh, there it happens. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, I made it, guys. I made it. We're okay. Whew. It's close, guys. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the... Oh, okay, I see. That's the side of the dungeon, so we are nearing our destination. But what direction to dig in? Because I got myself lost there. There we go, there's the dungeon. Okay, so we dig in this direction. See, I'm not too good with directions and bearings and stuff. You should do better than this, I'm sure. It's more about the concept of how it's built, not necessarily building it in the exact same manner I do. I hope you're not building in this manner. Okay. Alright, so that now is a gateway out of the, or gateway down to the killing grounds, if you will, without having to go through the dungeon. And so now we just get rid of this torch. So as you can see, it's a 6x6, signs at the top of a 2x2 hole dropping down 23 blocks, and then we block this up. And what you're also going to want is, you need to of course be standing within a certain distance for them to even spawn. So what you do is, you know, this won't be constantly running, but when you're not really doing anything else, if you're going to be doing dishes or something, I don't know what you guys like to do. If you're going to be watching Fade's awesome YouTube videos for a while, you can just put it on. First off, let's turn it on. And basically you just stand here. It'll spawn them as they come out, and then they will drop down the hole, and then after an hour or so, you just go down your little ladder. Oh, I can hear them spawning already. Then you just go down your little ladder and kill them. So we'll come back once a couple of them have spawned, and we'll test it out. Alright, so I made a few renovations. Basically, since you're going to be sitting AFK, you're going to want to make sure you have a safe place to sit AFK, probably staring into a corner to avoid pissing off any Endermen. So I just put a little door here, and a little room that I cleared out, and then of course my ladder that goes all the way down. It's actually only been about 15 minutes, but I've got to get these cleared out because my computer isn't so great. But as you can see, I've already spawned a ton of these, and they're all going to take 1 to 2 hits to kill. So you're going to want to make sure you don't do it with a weapon, because your weapon will just break so fast if you do. So, and the whole point of this is you don't need a weapon to kill them. So let's start punching them to death. Look at all that XP that comes out. As for the loot, sometimes it will get stuck back there. What you can do is you can set up some pistons to push the loot towards you. I haven't done that yet because I just made this up really quick this morning. But I do intend to do that eventually, because of course this is the reason I like doing this with skeleton dungeons is it entirely removes the need to really farm chickens, because you can make all of these, or you can get all of these arrows for free, so you don't even need to worry about having feathers. So there you go, I just gained about, I don't even remember what I was at, but I gained about a level and a half in about 15 minutes with literally no real work, no necessary danger, and I didn't have to break any swords or anything. So you can just sit AFK in one of these sorts of XP farms and then reap your free levels. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and as usual, please like, comment, subscribe if you like it. It helps me out, and have a great day, guys.